Alright, for the About page, we have a long page full of text. So what we're going to do with Jquery this time is we're going to use a Jquery plugin called Scroll to Top. What this does is if we scroll so many pixels down the screen, you see a button appear over here in the corner. We click on that and it takes us back up to the top. So people scroll down, a button appears that we click and have it go to the top. So that's what we're going to do. In this thread, the about.html, scroll to top of page, it has a link to the toot and a link to the files that you need to download. In the next post, it has the order of how you get this stuff implemented. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these different files and move them over into our folder. So here is the Scroll to Top version 3 folder that I downloaded, and I'm going to take the style CSS and these 3 jQueries, and I'm going to give them the color of blue, just so that I know where they go. I'm going to take the style and copy that into my CSS folder, and I'm going to take these 3 jQuery or JavaScript files and put them into my JavaScript folder. Now you're going to see that we have Jquery 1.3.2 and we also have 1.4.2. We could rewrite it, rewrite the link to this one, and it would still work. But we're just going to follow suit and just use the ones that are listed here. Alright, so now that we've got those done, I'm going to go ahead and just close that, and I'll minimize that, and we'll head right on into Dreamweaver. So now that our files have been updated and we see those different things in here, I'm going to go ahead and open up the About page. And let me go ahead and put that down and even put the properties down. Okay, go back over here into the form, and it says after we copy those files over, we need to link the style sheet into the head of the document. So I'm going to copy that line of code, go into Dreamweaver, come up in here and find my editable area and paste in that style sheet. Then I'll go back into the form and I'll take the code for the 3 JavaScript pages and I will link those next into the file. And I'll save for good measure. I'll come back into Firefox, and what I have to do is I have to reference the scroll to top in the header. So I need to take this script right here, which holds a different number of variables for us: the speed, the ease, and the start. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. So I'm going to copy that, come back into Dreamweaver, and I'm going to paste that into the next line. And now we can reference that JavaScript. Okay, go back to the forum, and the next thing that I have to do is I have to take this div, or this a tag. This a tag has some CSS that will turn this into a little gray box, put it over in the bottom right hand corner of our screen, and will pop up and say scroll to top. So I'm going to take that, come over here into Dreamweaver. I'm actually going to scroll down into the bottom of my content, put my cursor here at the end. You'll see that it jumps down there. I'm going to grab this and just paste that right there. And this is where that link will be. So if I click in here, you'll see it has a little window that's called Scroll to the Top. I'm going to go ahead and save, and believe it or not, that's all that we have to do. There's nothing else. All we have to do is link the style sheet, link in the 3 JavaScript libraries, the one that controls the scrolling and the one that controls the easing. We need to reference that scroll to top function, and that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and preview this in Firefox, and you'll see that as I start to scroll down, the little button down here shows up. I click, and it takes us all the way back up to the top. I scroll down, and it scrolls back up. Now I want to show you what some of these different variables are up here. What this first one is this is the speed. It's how fast do you want it to go. If I change this to 100 and I save and I preview it, if I scroll down and I click, you see it goes very, very fast. This is the time in milliseconds. So if I change that to 1,000, save and preview it, I scroll down, I click, and it takes me up in 1 second. So the higher the number, the slower it goes. The lower the number, the faster that it goes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. Come back into here. The start. The start is at what point down do you want that button to show up? Right now it is set to 700 pixels. If I wanted it to be further than that or shorter than that, I could take the number up higher or lower. So if I did it at 100 pixels, if they were to scroll just very quickly, it would just pop up. If I had that set to something like 1700, it would only show up if they got down that far. So I'm going to leave that at about 700. Now, this ease out sign, there are different kinds of easing. And if you actually come in here and take a look at the jQuery easing JavaScript page, let me go over here into the code view, you'll see that there's all sorts of different ones. We have an ease out quad, an ease in quad, ease out quad, ease in out quad, ease in out cubic. To be honest, I have no idea what half these things are. If you're a physics major, let me know. But all I know is that we can make them bounce, we can make them do all sorts of things. So here's an ease in elastic. So that's the one that I'll use for right now. And I'll come back up into my source code, and I'll take this and I'll paste it, and I'll save it, and let's preview it. I scroll down the page, my button comes up, it bounces and shoots up. That's really kind of lame. Let's go see if we can find another one. How about, there we go, ease out bounce. We'll copy that one, go back to the source code, paste that in here, save it, preview it in Firefox, scroll down, and now it bounces when it hits the top. So you can see that there are some pretty lame ones, but there are some pretty good ones too. Again, all you have to do is link the style sheet, link in these 3 JavaScript libraries, call the function with this script, and then come down here and enter in this A tag. Now, you can put whatever text you want in here, and you can go into the style for this and change, let's see, yep, go into the style and change this for, however you want. Okay? All right, that's it for that one.